This is the Viki Sews Ygritte. It's a halter neck button closure dress with a pleated side skirt panel. The fabric I'm using for this project is a polyester mid-weight suiting. To start off, I have the center front piece and the front side piece going right sides together and pinning along the princess seam. I'll be taking this to my sewing machine, back stitching at the beginning and end. Afterwards, I'll be pressing the seams flat. Working with the back of the dress, the center back pieces will go right sides together, as well as the side back pieces to be stitched and then pressed flat. With the back piece assembled, I'm putting the front pieces right sides together, matching the notches on the side edges and pinning. Once that's sewn together, I'll press the seams flat. Once all the seams are pressed flat, I'm overlocking the seams and then pressing the seams by the pattern instructions. I've got the upper collar and under collar going right sides together. I'm matching the notches and then sewing the top edge, back stitching at the beginning and end. After pressing the seam flat, I'm pressing the seam towards the undercollar. Working from the right side of the fabric, I'll be understitching the seam allowance to the undercollar. Once that's understitched, I'm trimming the seam allowance down to reduce bulk. I'm folding the collar right sides together and pinning along the side edges. I'll be stitching this together, stopping 3/8 inch away from the bottom edge of the collar. Next is trimming the seam allowances at the corner and then pressing the seams open. I'm using this point turner by Clover to press out the corners of the collar. Once that's done, I'm ironing the collar flat. The top and bottom lapel pieces are going right sides together, pinning the top and outer lapel edges. Those will be sewn together, back stitching at the beginning and end of the seam. The top gets notched close to the seam line and then the corners get clipped. Once the seam allowance is trimmed down, the curved edge gets clipped close to the stitching so it'll lay flat once it's flipped. The seam allowance then gets pressed open and then pressed towards the bottom lapel. Working from the right side, I'll be understitching the seam allowance onto the bottom lapel. I've got the lapels turned to the right side and ironed flat. Next, working on sewing the collar to the lapel. Each pair of the collar and lapel pieces are going right sides together. The upper lapel matching the upper collar and the understitched sides right sides together. Once those seams are pinned together, I'll be taking this to my sewing machine, back stitching at the beginning and end of each seam. The seams will then be pressed open, and once flipped to the right side, the assembled collar and lapel will be ironed and steamed. Working with the front of the dress, I'm taking the front facing and placing that right sides together. I'm aligning the notches and pinning. The beginning of the seam line starts 3/8 inch below the neckline edge, back stitching at the beginning and end of the seam. The front facing seam line has been understitched onto the front facing, and then the raw edge is being finished on the overlocker. Working with the collar stand pieces, the long edge is being pressed under 3/8 of an inch. Once both collar stand pieces have been pressed, I'm taking the first of those and placing it right sides together against the top front of the dress. The second collar stand piece will go right sides together against the front facing. Once all the edges are aligned and pinned, I am taking the collar stand seams to the sewing machine, back stitching at the beginning and end. The assembled collar and lapel is going to be sandwiched in between the two collar stands, as well as the front and front facing, matching the notches and pinning all layers together. Once all the layers are pinned together, I'm taking this to my sewing machine, back stitching at the beginning and end of the seam. After the seam has been pressed flat and then flipped, the collar and lapels are also pressed flat. Next, the back facing and front arm side are going right sides together. Back stitching at beginning and end. The seams will also be pressed open afterwards. Working from the back of the dress, I've opened out the front facing. The arm side and the front facing are going right side together at the top, matching the notch. Both seams will get sewn back stitching at beginning and end. The seams will then be pressed towards the arm side. So at this point, I've got the assembled facing and the top of the dress right sides together, matching the notches in the seam lines. In the right-hand corner, you can see where the facing is being pinned up to the folded edge of the collar stand. Back stitching at the beginning and end of the seam. I actually stop a little short of the collar stand because I didn't want to sew over it. Afterwards, when I turn my facing to the front, there's a little gap in the stitching before the collar stand that I cleaned up with some hand stitching. Here's the facing turned to the front. And then here's that little gap I'm going to hand stitch. The facing has been understitched and pressed. The bottom folded edges of the collar stand are being aligned wrong sides together and pinned. Then stitch closely to the folded edge. Here's how everything looks so far. The back facing gets tacked down onto the vertical seams with hand stitching. Moving on to the pleated side skirt. The bottom raw edge of the skirt is finished with an overlocker stitch. Once that's done, I'm pressing the hem allowance to the wrong side, and then I'll be able to finish the hem off with a stitch. The side skirt is hemmed, and I've got the pattern piece over the skirt to mark the pleat lines. The pattern has been scored along the pleat lines so it can easily fold up, and I'm using chalk to mark each of the lines. Next, I'm folding each pleat along the fold line and then hand basting each pleat. The pleats will need to be pressed flat one by one. You can do this after basting each pleat or wait till the end. Once each pleat has been pressed flat, the pleats will get pressed in the direction indicated on the pattern pieces. After the pleats have been steamed and pressed, I'm leaving the skirt untouched on my ironing board until it fully cools so the pleats can set. The bottom edges of the center front and center back pieces are overlocked and being folded under along the hem allowance. Working from the inside of the garment, I've got the dress and side skirt right sides together, matching the notches and pinning. Once we get to the point where the side skirt meets the center front and/or the center back, the seam allowance will fold over the side skirt hem allowance. Working with the side skirt facing up, back stitching at the beginning and end. Once that seam is sewn, the raw edge will be finished with an overlocker stitch. The seams are then pressed flat and towards the garment. The basting stitches are then removed from the side skirt pleats. Working from the right side, the center back hem will be stitched down. To hem the center front, we will fold the front facing out and the hem allowances down. The front facing meets the dress right sides together and is sewn along the folded hem line. That gets flipped out and I use my point turner to sharpen the edges. After that, everything will be pressed flat. For this dress, I made fabric covered buttons using the scrap fabric left over. I found this kit online for these 1/2-inch buttons and I love how clean the results look. The buttonholes are marked and next I'm machine stitching those. To open the buttonholes, I've got a buttonhole cutter by Clover. This is the final result, and I've sewn a size 36 in the height 1.